Welcome to Sir Betterment, where we bring you financial, motivating, and betterment knowledge. In this video, we'll talk about how money works. So without further ado, let's get into it. None of us can make it in today's cutthroat economy without some kind of financial support. Money is essential for purchasing food and other requirements of life that we must have to survive. Thus, we must have it in order to satisfy our fundamental demands. Those who are rich and powerful are held in high regard, whereas the poor are seen with disdain and as having no redeeming qualities at all. Gaining wealth improves a man's standing in society and gives him a more respectable reputation. To keep up with the expanding demands of the modern era, everyone strives to amass wealth through succeeding in business. Yet, only a tiny fraction of the population has a chance to become a millionaire. As a result, having money is something that is important in many aspects of life. Everyone needs money, regardless of whether they are wealthy or not. As important as money is, it's astonishing how little we really know about it and how many of our assumptions about how we handle it are incorrect. History of money. So, what is money? When was money invented? Who invented money? Money has a rich history that dates back thousands of years. Money has always played a significant role in how our society functions, from the early days of trading through the invention of the first metal coins and finally the first paper money. China produced the first metal coins about 1000 BC. Stamped chunks of expensive metal such as bronze and copper were used to create these coins. As time went on, these coins would develop and eventually be made of the silver and gold. Coins were one of the earliest forms of currency that allowed individuals to pay by count rather than weight, which was a significant turning point in the history of money. In the early 1800s, England established the gold standard as the first worldwide system for valuing currencies. It directly linked currency's value to the predetermined price of gold. This method was designed to provide a stable financial environment for everyone on the world, and it did for some time. But like with other natural resources, the supply of gold was not as stable as we thought. As a result, countries stopped using it to measure the value of their money. By the year 1971, President Richard Nixon of the United States formally ended the convertibility of dollars to gold. So, once the dollar was no longer dictated by the value of gold, pretty much nothing else was. If the value of the dollar is no longer determined by the value of gold, what exactly makes $1 worth $1? Well, instead of a commodity-backed system like the gold standard, we now have something called fiat currency, which has no intrinsic value and is instead backed by a government. What gives today's dollar its value is the economic supply and demand in the United States. And who is in charge of that? It's the governmental financial systems. The demand is the main driver of the growth in value of the US dollars. The value of the dollar rises as demand for it increases. On the other hand, if the demand declines, the value also diminishes. Some of you may be wondering how money gets into circulation. The vast majority of money merely exists as computerized figures. The central bank of a nation credits enormous sums of money digitally to commercial banks. Based on the nation's economic circumstances, this central bank decides how much money to deposit into the commercial banks. In short, the central bank transfers funds to banks and credit unions around the country, and these institutions then disperse those funds into the economy by lending to their clients. This brings up the subject of debt. Debts. According to sources, around 80% of Americans are in debt. Yet, many individuals are unaware of what debt really is or how it operates. Here is how it operates to give you an idea. We all know that not everyone has enough money in their bank accounts to purchase a home. That's why some people choose to rent, while others prefer to get a mortgage loan from the bank. Yet banks are not charities. They are profit-driven businesses that use interests to gain profits. Borrowers pay interest to the lender for the privilege of using the lent funds. It's similar to the monthly cost of renting a home or apartment. You don't really own the apartment, rather, you're just paying to use it. The whole civilization has been influenced by the buy now, pay later model to the point that most of the items we buy now follow this concept. Short on funds to buy a new sofa? Or do you want that brand new iPhone? Just charge it to your credit card. Credit cards may be a useful safety net in an emergency, but they also carry some risk. Some individuals believe that using credit cards is a direct way to go more and farther into debt. Some, however, believe that using credit cards often is a smart method to establish excellent credit, which is crucial in today's society. We can all agree that using credit cards responsibly is important in order to avoid overspending and incurring unnecessary debt. So, is there a way to buy anything you want without hurting your bank accounts? Yes and no. There is no such thing as free money, but there is a way to gain more money by simply putting it to good use. Investing. Investing is a way to spend money without hurting your bank account. Basically, investing is putting your money into something to get a return on it. You may be familiar with the phrase, "The bigger the risk, the greater the gain." It is common in the financial industry. Nowadays, we've developed an obsession with the concept of worth, which includes everything from monetary belongings to one's own value and even that of others. We often idolize or admire those who seem to be enjoying life's better pleasures, but sorry to break it to you, but there are discrepancies when it comes to celebrities' wealth. Majority of their estimated wealth are just guesses. As an example, take Kylie Jenner. She was formerly regarded as the youngest self-made billionaire, but the value of her company goes beyond its financial success. Since she is associated with her business, therefore it has more value. She must be involved in the company to be valuable. Both her business and her fortune are intertwined. Although knowing about money and comprehending how our economic system works won't get you on Forbes' billionaires list, but it might offer you peace of mind. A little bit of financial literacy may make the world a little bit clearer and reduce our sense of overwhelm. Even though money isn't everything, having no money will cost you everything. Which of the financial concepts we've covered so far do you find most useful? Can you see a time when this will be useful to you? What are your thoughts? Share them with us below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. Also, click the subscribe button and notification bell for more videos like this. See you at the next one.